do it. Okay, well, we are so excited about this wonderful gathering we're having in Portugal in end of March, beginning of April 2024. And I thought it would be lovely to have us together talking a little bit about what our intentions are for this time, and would love to have each of us introduce ourselves. And I'm curious who would love to go first and tell us a little bit about what your hope is about our time together.
Do you want to go, Kristen, or do you want me to go?
You can go first.
All right. Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Um, I think we've gotten to know each other over some somatic IFS that we have in common. And I'd like to um, welcome whoever would like to be part of this really creative space in Portugal. First time visit for us. We love the mountain areas. We're a mountain people. And my spiritual name is Bapwobasa Bagon Delish, which is first stone, which is a mountain that we live about 30 miles from. And then he who rises above the chatter and walks above. Those were the names given to me by my clan uncles. And I'm a citizen of the Crow Nation on my mother's side. And on my father's side, I'm a Anishinaabe. That's where the Laverdure name comes from. And so that deep history of legacy burdens and gifts, want to share those with whoever is going to participate and do various things in Indigenous circle format. Not only the talking circle, we have different objects we use for when it's time to speak and not speak and be respectful. But I anticipate offering sunrise ceremony. We're going to do an adaptive sweat lodge that's done in the Plains Indian kind of modality, but we're going to utilize whatever facilities we have there on site. And then, the hydrotherapy techniques that are been long part of our culture, and integrate IFS into the culture and have experiences around that with parts cards, telling stories, narratives, and then hopefully utilizing all the elements as well, of wind and fire, water, and earth. That'll be part of the sweat lodge, part of our ceremony, part of really a sacred space. And there'll be lots of teachings around all of that.
Yes, and this property is just the perfect place for all that you've just described, Elle. So, yeah, thank you so much for sharing all of that. Want to add to that, Kristen, and say a little
Sure.
about yourself?
Hi, I'm Kristen. I'm a certified IFS practitioner and live on the land of the Apsalika people located in state of Montana. One of the things that really excited me about this workshop and offering is the space, is the land. Just fell in love with it, even though, as Del mentioned, we have not been to Portugal before. I know LaDonna has a lot of experience there, but this space just looks so supportive for really doing deep work, restorative work, for being in relationship with the land. I think is something that you can't find everywhere. So I think it's a really unique offering where we can do this work in a space where we incorporate the land and the elements, as Del was talking about, the adapted sweat lodge, being in circle in a way that's different than this isn't a formal training. This is really an experiential retreat and workshop, for our own being, for our own selves, for being with our parts, speaking the IFS language, and exploring that in community, and how healing it can be to do this work in community. And I think that's one of the indigenous aspects of this workshop and retreat that may be a little different. There is individual support for sure. There's our own internal systems, but also in relating to each other, supporting each other, holding space for each other, that can be so healing in a space like this. So I'm really excited and want to appreciate LaDonna for bringing this all together. We're really excited to do this retreat together.
Yeah, when we met gosh, it'll be a couple of years now. I knew there was something we were supposed to do together. So I'm just so grateful this is coming together and happening. I would just love to add a somatic background. We'll certainly also include the body in all the experiences you've heard Dal and Kristen mention. And again, as you heard, it's not meant to be a training, but an experience, an invitation for our own healing, our own self-care, our own exploration. And I'm just so excited to be on the native land of my own family. And sweet Cora, my dog, is coming to say hello. Um, we have we've been there many times, and I'm actually working on my dual citizenship there because it's the land of my family and my ancestors. So there is something really special about bringing this kind of space to the land, and being a part of that. I know there's intention for healing in my own life and in my own system with generations of history of the Portuguese people as well. So I see this beautiful merge of our small group here holding the space and inviting depths of wherever our systems need to go. And we will work with that, attune to that, and shift wherever it is we need as a, in a communal setting and in a communal space. And when we found this property, we all so easily, it made the job of hunting for the right spot so easy because we all agreed it was with a tour with the owner of the property, it seemed so obvious this is the right place for us to be for this experience together. So we hope you'll consider joining us. I'm so grateful to Del and Kristen for being on the adventure with me, and we'll hope that you'll consider being a part of this journey. Thank you so much. Obrigada.